We'll start today's practice on our backs. So if you'd like to get comfortable lying down, relax your shoulders, relax your arms and your legs. Close your eyes and soften your face. Start to take some deep breaths into your belly, filling up your lungs completely. Exhaling nice and slow. On your next inhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest, hugging it in nice and tight. And slowly open it up to the right, maybe resting your foot down, supporting your knee with your hand. Exhale into a spinal twist by drawing your right leg across your body, maybe extending your right arm. And if you'd like, you can send your gaze back towards your right hand. Inhale to center, re-extend your right leg. Relax back into the mat, taking one full breath. Inhale, draw your left knee in. Exhale to open your left knee up to the left. Pausing here for a breath. On your next exhale, find a spinal twist. Draw your left leg across your body. Extend your left arm with your gaze moving back. Inhale back to center. Bend your knees and plant both feet about hip distance apart. Draw your heels fairly close to the backs of your legs. Plant your hands, and on your next exhale, press into your hands and your feet. Start to slowly lift your hips. Lifting them as high as is comfortable, engaging your glutes when you reach the top. Keep your knees and thighs drawing towards each other. Exhale to slowly lower down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, come into a reverse tabletop by bending your knees at 90 degrees. Draw your lower belly in and up and keep your lower back pressing into the mat. On your next inhale, drop your right toes down. Exhale to draw your knee back to center. Inhale, drop your left toes. Exhale to center. Go back and forth from side to side. And if you'd like to make this more difficult, extend your arms so your fingertips are pointing up towards the sky. If you'd like a step further still, extend your legs, straightening them out, rather than just tapping your toes down. If you notice that your lower back is lifting up off the mat as you extend your legs, try to either press it back down or go back to dropping your toes down. Try to move nice and slow with control and intention. And do 2 more on each side. Then release your feet down, release your arms down if they're lifted, and begin to windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Breathing into your lower back and your belly. We'll come back to center, come back into that reverse tabletop. And then from here, take your fingertips towards your temples. As you exhale, take your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right elbow towards left knee. Inhale back to center. Go back and forth from side to side. And if you'd like to make it a little more difficult, extend the opposite leg from the direction you're twisting. Once again, try to keep your movement slow and controlled, paying attention to your form, and most importantly, your core engagement. So try to really draw your belly button back towards your spine. And do 2 more on each side. And relax down, extend your legs, reach your arms up. Wrap your right hand around your left wrist, and then tilt your body to the right. Maybe stepping your feet over too. Breathe into the left side of your body. Inhale back to center. Switch hands. Left hand around right wrist. And tilt to the left. Breathing deeply. Inhale back to center. Reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, reach forward and roll yourself up. Inhale to lower down, nice and slow. And exhale to roll back up. If this is too difficult, you can always bend your knees a little and grab onto the backs of your thighs to help pull you up. And if you'd like to make this a little harder, take your fingertips by your temples and exhale as you roll up. We'll do 1 more. And then come right into a seated forward fold. Relax your arms down, let your head hang heavy, and take a few breaths here. If you'd like, you can grab a hold of your feet or your ankles. Maybe draw your belly a little closer to your thighs. Draw your toes towards your shins, adding in a little leg stretch here. Just be mindful of your lower back. Remember, you don't need to pull yourself too hard. Inhale to rise up and come into a comfortable seated position. Relax your shoulders, Keep your chin lifted. Exhale. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. If you'd like, you can rest your left hand just above your right ear. Maybe drop your right fingers to the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear drops. Maybe your left fingers drop. Right hand can rest. Inhale back to center. Relax your shoulders down and just send your gaze over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, gaze to the right. Go back and forth from side to side. Try to keep your chin parallel to the floor. And just feel into your neck, noticing if there's any tightness, any tension. Come back to center. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, draw your hands down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Make your way into tabletop, taking your hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, lift your knees, hovering just an inch or so. Keep your lower belly engaged, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. Exhale to slowly straighten your legs, making your way into downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lower your knees, hovering them. You can hold in stillness, or if you'd like, you can start to take your right knee towards your right elbow, left knee towards your left elbow. We'll be here for one more breath. You can always drop your knees if you need a break. And then once again, slowly straighten your legs, coming into downward dog. Find some movement if you'd like, pedaling out your feet, sending your gaze under one arm and then the next. Inhale to roll forward, finding a high plank. Remember, you can always drop your knees down if you need. We'll start to do some shoulder taps. Take left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left. And just go back and forth from side to side. Trying to minimize the rocking as best as you can by really engaging your core. And then from here, you can either lower into a tabletop, or you can come back and hover your knees. If you need the break, just drop your knees. Keep your breath deep wherever you are. Exhale, downward dog. Take a couple breaths in, a couple breaths out. Finding movement if you'd like. Staying still if that feels better. On your next inhale, roll forward, coming back into a high plank. From here, lower down, onto your forearms. As you exhale, press yourself back up. Lower down and lift. Do this from your knees, or you can always hold in either a high plank or a low plank. We'll just do a few more. One more. Exhale, downward dog. One breath in, one breath out. Release your knees. Take them wide, big toes come to touch. Sit your hips back and down for child's pose. Take 3 full breaths here. On your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. Take your feet out in front of you, keeping your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Find a nice long spine, relax your shoulders, and then extend your arms out in front of you. Roll back until you feel your core engage, and then if you'd like, you can lift your feet. If this is feeling pretty doable, you can straighten your legs as well. We'll hold for one more breath. Release your feet down, and then slowly lower down, making your way onto your back. Bend your knees when you arrive. And take your fingertips towards your temples. Press your elbows into the floor and try to keep your arms in this position. We're going to do some 2-point crunches. Exhale to lift. Exhale to lift a little more. Inhale to lower. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, lower. You can send your breath out a little more forcefully to help you get some momentum. And try to lead with your heart rather than reaching with your nose. We'll do 2 more. And relax back down, taking a couple of breaths, maybe finding a little movement, maybe just resting in stillness. Then lift your knees, keeping your feet planted. Extend your arms and peel your shoulders off of the mat. Exhale, reach with your left hand, right hand, center, center, left, right, center, center. As you do this, focus on core engagement. Draw your lower belly in and up, like you're trying to protect all of your organs. Use your breath to help you. Do 1 more. And release down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. We'll do 1 last core exercise. You can do this at any level that feels comfortable. Level 1, keep your feet planted, knees bent, and just reach past your knees. Level 2, lift your legs, keeping your knees bent but soft, and reach up towards your feet. And level 3, straighten your legs, reach up, and tap your toes. We'll begin now. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you lower. Once again, maybe using a more forceful breath. 5 more. 3, 2, 1, and 1 for good luck. And release. Take a couple of breaths. Maybe finding a little movement. And then we'll come back into that reversed tabletop position. As you exhale, let both of your legs fall over to the right, stacking your hips. Extend your left arm out and let your gaze go back. Inhale to center. Exhale, legs fall to the left, right arm extends. Inhale to center. Release your left foot down. Take your right ankle on top of your left knee. If you'd like, you can stay right here, or you can inhale to lift your left leg, coming into a figure 4. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. And if you'd like to deepen the stretch, draw your left knee closer to your body. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe deeply. Exhale to release. Uncross your legs and take your left ankle on top of your right knee. Inhale into figure 4. Relax and breathe. Exhale to release. Uncross your legs. Take the soles of your feet to touch and slowly let your knees fall open, coming into reclined butterfly pose. You can draw your heels closer to your body for a deeper stretch, or take your feet further away to relieve tension. Arms can be by your sides, or they can rest on your chest and belly. Just get comfortable, letting yourself relax into the pose. Take 4 more deep breaths, maybe exhaling through your mouth. On your next inhale, gently lift your knees. And then take your feet out a little wider, letting your knees fall into the center. Let your left knee drop in, your right knee fall out. Inhale to center. Exhale, right knee drops, left knee comes out. Inhale back to center. Draw both knees in towards your chest, hugging them in nice and tight. And start to rock from side to side, rolling out through your lower back. From here, make your way back up into a seated position. Let your spine lengthen, your shoulders relax. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale to reach your arms wide out and up. Exhale, palms come to touch. Draw your hands to heart center. Bow your head or fold over to seal in your practice. Thank you for joining me today.